Hello everyone, in this third part of division with a two-digit divisor, we're going to do the final division, 155,584 divided by 32. So again, I start by saying, does 32 fit into the first two digits, 15? The answer is no. So I put in the next digit. And I ask myself, does 32 fit into 155? The answer is yes, but to find how many times, I pretend like this doesn't exist, this 2 doesn't exist. I treat this 3 as if it was a 4, and I pretend that this doesn't also exist, like it's a 0. And I ask myself, how many times does 4 fit into 15? And the answer to that would be 3. So let's say 3 times 32 would make 96. Again, I'm doing this in my head, but if you need to go do this somewhere off to the side on another piece of paper, that's perfectly fine. I do 155, take away 96, and that makes 59. Be careful with your subtractions. They can ruin an entire division. Here, I check, is this less than my divisor? The answer is no. So I need to go back, and instead of 3 times, I need to try one more time. 4 times. 4 times 32 is 128. And if I do the subtraction, I am going to get 27. I check. Is this less than my divisor? Yes. So now I can continue. I can pull down the 5 and check. How many times does 32 fit into 275? Or, to help me guess, I can ask myself, how many times does 4, not 3, one more, remember, how many times does 4 fit into 27? 4 fits into 27 6 times. 6 times 32 makes 192. I do the subtraction and I get 83. Now I check, is 83 less than my divisor? And the answer is no, it's not. So I've made a mistake. I need to go back, and instead of 6 times, I need to try one more time, 7. 7 times 32 makes, well, let's just do it. It's going to be 4 here. Carry the 1. 3 times 7 is 21. 22. 224. So I'm doing the subtraction now. 7 take away 2 makes, 5. Here we get a 0. So it's 51. Is 51 less than 32? No. So another mistake. I need to go back and try one more time. Instead of 7, 8. There is a lot of guesswork. And I should point out that if your divisor is small, like here, where it's 32, there's going to be a few more mistakes than usual. Here with 74, I usually found it correctly the first, maybe the second time. Here we've already made 3 separate mistakes. When my divisor is small, I tend to make mistakes. So if your divisor is small, this This is more of a hint. It's not something that you have to do, but the process we've explained so far will get you there. But if your divisor is small, you could try maybe multiplying a couple more times right from the beginning just to get you there faster. But if you want to be sure, do it the way that we've explained so far. So I do 8 times 32, and I get 256. I do the subtraction, and I get 9 here, and 1 here, and 0 here. So 19. And I check, is this less than my divisor? It is. So I can pull down the 8. And then I can ask myself, how many times does 32 fit into 198? Or how many times does 4 fit into 19? And the answer to that would be 4. Now, seeing as how we have made a few mistakes up until now, I could try multiplying with 5 or 6. But to do this exactly the way we've shown, I am going to try out 4. We have already done 4 times 32, and the first multiplication makes 128. So I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to do the subtraction. 8 take away 8 makes 0. 9 take away 2 makes 7. 1 take away 1 makes 0. Is 70 less than 32? No. So I go back and try again. 5 times. 5 times 32 is going to make 160. I do the subtraction, and I get 8, 3, 0. So 38. Is 38 less than my divisor? No. So I go back and try again. So it turns out that if I had tried 5 or 6, I would have saved some time. But again, just to be sure, we're doing it exactly the way we've shown. So 6 times 32 would make 192. Which would make 6. Is 6 less than 32? Yes, it is. So now I can continue. Pull down the 4. Now I have 64. Well, here you could ask yourself how many times does 4 fit into 6 and so on. Or you could just, it's pretty obvious here that 32 fits into 64 exactly 2 times, because 32 and 32 makes 64. So 2 times 32 makes 64. 64 take away 64 is 0. And that's the end of my division. It is a process that you just saw takes a long time, but with enough practice, it will become easier and easier for you. So, have a good weekend and see you on Monday.